What do you think of when you hear the word structure? Well, structure is something to build with, right? You can use structure to design a building architecture, and certain structures are and have different purposes. Well, authors use structure to design their texts, both fiction and nonfiction, and there are different types of structure. An author's purpose for writing nonfiction is to inform readers. Authors know they have a lot of information to share, so they are careful to organize the information in a way that makes sense. Authors use different text structures to do this. Text structures include sequence, cause and effect, and compare and contrast. And those aren't the only ones, but those are the ones that we'll focus on in this video. What do you see happening here? The Eiffel Tower is being built. Do you think that they start with the top? No, they start with the base of the Eiffel Tower and they work their way up. This is considered sequence, going in a logical order, right? In an article that is organized by sequence, the facts are in order. It may be in step order with numbers, as in a science experiment. It may be in time order and use time order words, such as first, second, next, then, and last. Dates and times can also show sequence. Draw a line under the time order words in this paragraph. So I want you to actually do that. After listening to this video, watching it, take a screenshot of your slide with this information on it and actually underline the words that show the sequence of this paragraph. So read it to yourself and do that. First, I filled a bird feeder with seeds. Then I hung the feeder in a tree next to our kitchen window. Finally, I sat in the kitchen and looked out the window to watch the birds eat from the feeder. Notice how important the structure is in this paragraph. What would happen if you sat down in your kitchen and looked out the window to watch birds eat from a feeder that's not even there? Or eat from a feeder that's empty and you haven't filled it yet? See? So you have to do those other things first. Cause and effect. Authors use cause and effect to explain what happens and why. Why do you think that this bridge is no longer functional or is falling apart? Do you think the structure was faulty? Do you think that it needed some maintenance maybe? Something caused this bridge to no longer be the bridge it was when it was first made. To find a cause, ask, why did that happen? To find an effect, ask, what happens? So what happened to the bridge? Well, it's deteriorating, it's falling apart. What caused that? The clue words because, cause, so, therefore, and since can help you find cause and effect events. Read this sentence. Draw a line under the cause and circle the effect. Once again, I would like for you to go back into the slideshow, take screenshots, and actually do this work and then put your image into the slideshow on this slide or create a new slide. I want to see that you're engaging in the activity of this. The wind blew all night, so the leaves fell from the tree. Compare and contrast. Here's a structure that we use a lot, especially in third grade. I love it because when you compare and contrast something, it helps you really deepen your understanding of it. But sometimes literature is written, and nonfiction is written, specifically using this as a structure to explain something, showing how things are the same and how things are different can help to bring new understanding to a reader. When authors use compare and contrast, they tell how things are alike and different. They use words such as same, alike, all, and different. Read this paragraph. And again, I want you to actually do this. Underline the details that tell how vegetables are alike And then circle details that tell how they are different. So you're going to underline and circle. Too easier. Do that, put the image into your slideshow. And now we come to something that we use all the time when reading, especially nonfiction, and we put these into our locating information mini booklets. Text features. Authors use text features to organize ideas. Here are some text features you might see. A heading tells what section of a text is about. It is shown in bold or dark print. Sometimes it's even larger than the other text. A caption appears under picture or other visual. It tells what the picture is all about and why it's in the text at all. Keywords are words important to a topic. They are often shown in bold print, and sometimes those are the words that you'll find in a glossary. And sometimes the words are defined right there on the page, but you definitely will see them in a glossary for reference for you to look back at. A graph or a chart may be used to show information in a visual way. Remember, we called those graphic aids, graphic organizers. A sidebar is a short paragraph next to an article. Now, this is important because I haven't talked to you about this at all, and you're going to see these a lot, and you're going to hear me talk about them a lot too. They're super valuable within this text, this book that I'm using for these lessons. So sidebar can also be called a margin, and this particular book puts all kinds of questions and ideas and thoughts in the margin, and you can read those, and they're right next to what they go with, and you can read those with the text. So you could take a break and read that, and then read the text, because it's almost like having a conversation with whoever put the book together. They're very valuable, and you'll hear me talking about sidebars all the time. Also, this particular book has lots of space in the sidebar to take notes, which is really fun and easy, a great tactic, a great tool to use. A hyperlink for those online articles is a place. You guys are all familiar with this. I use millions of hyperlinks all the time. And when you click on it, you'll go directly to a specific web page where you'll get more information, and they're just really helpful to use.